Hello everyone and welcome to day 5 of our virtual VBS. I'm Kyle and we are back and ready to focus. Today is our last day of virtual VBS, but we're going to make the most of it, so buckle up and let's get ready to go. Remember that our theme for the week has been Focus, Take a Closer Look. Hopefully by now you've memorized our theme verse for the week, which is from Hebrews chapter 12, verse 2. It says, "Let us keep looking to Jesus. He is the one who started this journey of faith, and He is the one who completes the journey of faith." Now remember that everything you need for the day is in those cool bags that you have. So be looking for anything that has that day 5 sticker. That's going to have the things that you need to do your crafts and your lesson activities and anything else you're going to need for the day. Now we've discovered a lot of different ways that we can focus on God and we can grow in our relationship with Him. Let's play a game and see if you can remember some of the things we've learned. Here we go. We can focus on what you can see. That's right. And you can do this by taking a closer look at all of the wonderful things that God has created. How about the next one from day 2? You can hear from God. And one great way you can do that is through the Bible. All right, what about from day 3? You can talk with others about what you believe. You can ask questions and talk with other people who follow God, and maybe you can learn more from them, and you can share that with your friends. All right, what about from yesterday, day 4? You can pray anytime, anywhere, about anything. You can talk to God and He will always listen. God is always there for you. We can focus on God by doing all of these things, and we can even do them every day. We can make a habit of taking a closer look at God and growing closer to Him for our whole lives. Now today, on our last day, we're going to learn that you can live for God by loving others. When we love others, it shows that we've been focusing on God because God loves us so much. I can't wait to learn more. Are you ready? All right, here we go. We got to get warmed up for the day with a couple songs. We've got 2 more songs coming at you, so stand up, get on those feet, and get ready to sing, and then after that we'll have a visit from Science Stan. Have a good day, everyone.
In my wrestling, in my doubts, in my failures, you won't walk out. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, you are the peace in my troubled sea. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. My lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore. Safe to shore. Safe to shore. Safe to shore. I won't fear what tomorrow brings. With each morning I'll rise and see. My God's love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, you are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, my lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. My lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore. Safe to shore.
Hey kids, Science Stan here with some more crazy experiments. Today we are learning about light. Light allows us to see our beautiful world that God created. When God created the whole universe, the first thing He created was...
light!
Very good, Kyle. Right on.
I'm so glad that we're finally talking about light, because now we can break out all the lasers!
Oh, Kyle. Oh, that was great. Whoa, let's put that thing away there though, Kyle, could you? Please.
Okay.
Oh, you're a good man, Kyle. Light is very important to our world. It allows us to see things. It keeps us warm. And the light from the sun helps plant produce oxygen so that we can breathe. So the next time you take a deep breath, Kyle, thank a plant and thank God too.
Thanks, plants, and thanks, God.
We have different kinds of light that make many different and beautiful colors, Kyle. If we didn't then, our world would look like this.
Whoa, that's pretty boring. It's like we're trapped in an episode of Perry Mason.
Whoa, you remember that, Kyle?
Oh yeah.
Yep, light is very important. It gives color to our world, keeps us warm, and it helps us see things clearly.
And light makes lasers!
Kyle, I am your father-in-law. No!
Wait, yes you are.
Lasers are fun, Kyle, and light is an incredible creation of God. But Kyle, did you know that Jesus is described as the light in the Bible?
Really? Jesus is light?
Yes. Jesus says, I am the light of the world. Jesus means that He brings light to all the darkness in our world and in our hearts. When we follow Jesus, His light shines on us and through us.
That's awesome. So how can I shine the light of Jesus?
Well, Kyle, one of the best ways to do that is to follow the greatest commands. That's what our lesson is all about today.
What are the greatest commands, Science Stan?
There's two, Kyle. Jesus says the first command is to love God with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind, and all your strength. And the second command is to love your neighbor as yourself.
Those sound like really important things to do.
Exactly, Kyle. When we love God and we love other people, we are shining the light of Jesus so that everyone can see how amazing He is.
Just like a lightsaber.
Yeah, but even better, Kyle. Well, kids, that's all we have time for today. We hope you have a great day learning about light and about loving God and each other.
Bye, kids. Have a great day.
Bye.
Well, hello there. Who are you looking at? You looking at me? Huh? You looking at me? Are we rolling? Oh, hello. I'm Kellen, and we've been having a lot of fun taking a closer look at the world around us. So I have a mirror here, but it's not just any mirror. It's a two-way mirror. The way it works is that one person can see through it from the side where it's darker, and the person on the other side sees a reflection of themselves when the light is on them. So here's me, but when I stand behind it and change the lighting, can you see me now? Cool, right? I'm seeing a reflection of myself, but if we change the lights again, I see you. Cool, right? All right, well, we'll come back to that later. So our story today actually comes from two different books of the Bible. Now, they're both pretty famous passages. The first is from the book of Matthew, where the Pharisees are asking a question of Jesus. First, let me explain who the Pharisees were. They were a group of religious leaders who tried to honor God by following a bunch of religious rules. The problem was, they focused so much on following the rules that they didn't love God or other people very well. They also didn't like how Jesus claimed to be the Son of God, and they didn't like how everyone seemed to be following after him. When one of the Pharisees asked his question, he was really trying to put Jesus to the test and see if Jesus might say something that would get him in trouble. So he asked Jesus this question: which is the greatest commandment in the law? Now, the law he was referring to was the law in the Old Testament that had lots of rules. Lots of rules for all kinds of things, like what kind of work you could do on certain days of the week, or making sure you covered your water wells, or to not eat owls. Seriously, it's in there. Check it out. So Jesus answers them and says, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul. Love him with all your mind. This is the first and most important commandment, and the second is like it. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Everything that is written in the law and the prophets is based on these two commandments." Jesus basically sums up the law with those 4 verses. There are more than 600 rules in the Old Testament, and Jesus says here what you need to do. Love God, love people. That's it. Crazy, right? But how do we love someone? I mean, what is love? The Apostle Paul had some things to say about love in the book of 1 Corinthians. Paul said, "Love is patient, love is kind. Love does not dishonor others." He also says that love does not look out for its own interests. Love is full of joy. It always protects. It never gives up. Love never fails. Now, that's a lot of beautiful words about love, but what does it look like in our everyday life? What does it look like for love to be patient? Okay, what if your little brother or sister has destroyed the Lego tower you built for the 3rd or 4th time? Showing them love might mean that you're patient and that you don't get angry at them. What does it look like for love to be kind? Well, maybe there's a new kid at school or at camp, and maybe they don't look or sound like you or any of your friends. It may not be easy, but to show that person love means to show kindness. Invite them to sit with you at lunch or play with you at recess, even if your other friends don't want to. What does it look like for love to never fail? That's a big one, right? To say that love never fails? Well, I don't think Paul was saying that love is always easy. It's not. And sometimes we might feel that love has failed when you try to show someone kindness or patience and they make fun of you or they ignore you. But I think maybe Paul is saying that we can't give up. And if we continue to show people love, it will change them and change us, even if we can't see it immediately. I think it's also good to remember that God is described as love, and what God did by sending us his son Jesus will never fail. Even when we mess up, God still loves us, and we can show that same love to others. Here, let me show you something. So we're back at this two-way mirror. Remember that it works because of light. When you light up one side of the mirror and lower the light on the other side, the person that has the light shining on them is able to be seen. So when I shine the light on myself, I can look in the mirror and see myself. Hey, Kellen. But when we turn the light down on ourselves and we turn the light up on the other side of the mirror, we turn the light on others. We turn the focus on other people and we can see who they are and what they need. When we take a closer look at others, we're able to see them as God sees them and live for God by loving them. Pretty incredible, right? So, as you go home and as you meet new friends in the next few weeks, remember that you can live for God by showing others God's love. And keep a lookout because there are so many things to learn about God when you take a closer look. I'll see you guys next time.
kids, Miss Norma here. Wow, has it been 5 days already in our virtual VBS? Well, today is going to be another amazing day, even though I'm sorry it will be the last one. Today in Kids Lab, learn about light and how we can be the light of Jesus. When we love our neighbors and treat them the way Jesus wants us to, we're being his light to others. Our storyteller, Kellen, had that amazing two-way mirror. Wouldn't it be fun to have one of those at your house? He showed how important it is to focus on other people instead of just looking at ourselves. Stop and think for a minute about someone who makes you feel valuable. Think of a person who makes you feel special and important. Do you have someone in mind? Maybe it's your mom or dad, or your brother or sister. It could be a teacher, or a small group leader, or your best friend. So how do they do it? How do they make you feel valuable? What kinds of things do they do or say that make you feel that way? When I was young, I had a teacher who made me feel special. I wasn't a very cute kid by 5th grade. I was a little chubby for my age and kind of tall. But I had some great friends who made me feel appreciated, loved, and I had adults like my parents and my Sunday school teacher and teachers at school who made me feel really important. They'd thank me and compliment me for things I did at home or at school. Who makes you feel important or valued? Do you ever think about trying to make others feel that way? Remember, Kellen explained about the time the Pharisee asked Jesus a question to try to trick him. He asked, do you remember what he asked? He said, what's the most important law? And Jesus answered, to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind. And the second most important law, to love your neighbor the way you love yourself. So this is kind of represent that love. But it's not all about Valentine's and mushy stuff, is it? Is love that simple? Not really. What about if your neighbor's grouchy? Or your sister knocks over your Lego tower on purpose? Or your friends are mean to you? Showing love can be a lot of work. The Apostle Paul once wrote about what love looks like so that we could understand it better. He was writing a letter to the people in Corinth. He said a lot of things about what love is. Again, what do you think it is? Paul wrote to the church and how important love is because they were all confused. They thought if they could speak in languages, and speak in tongues is what they called it, the things that other people couldn't even always understand, they thought that made them important. Or if they could prophesy, or show off how much knowledge they had, because they wanted to feel important. Well, Paul talked to them about how all those spiritual gifts were really there to help build up the church and help people grow spiritually. It wasn't about making them feel important or big. In fact, Paul said, if we don't have love, it's just like a noisy gong or cymbals. Wow, they make a loud noise, but that's about it. It's all over with. So with all those wonderful things we could do, they wouldn't amount to very much at all if we weren't including love with all of them. What if we had amazing spiritual gifts and we could heal people like Jesus or the apostles, or perform miracles? What if we even gave away all the things that we own to help poor people and then bragged about it a little bit? Or what if we had a lot of knowledge and we were really smart? Or if we had faith that was so great we could pick up a mountain and move it? That would still be nothing compared to love, said Paul. In fact, it doesn't mean anything if you don't have love for others. Because love is that important, it's the greatest thing. Paul went on to explain what love looks like. In 1 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 4 it says, love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it doesn't boast, which is bragging, and it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, and it doesn't keep a record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres, and love never fails. So no matter what, that love would just keep right on going, no matter how people treat you. And Paul ended the chapter and said, and now, these three remain, faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. Love is so important. If we love God, it will be obvious by the way that we treat other people. We're going to do some fun activities in a while, and it's going to remind us how important love really is. That's a great way to end our virtual VBS. So let's go find some ways to show the love of Jesus to others. Now it's time for our lesson activities, which are also known as small group activities. These were called small group activities because if we were all together at Vacation Bible School like we usually are, we would now be in a small group in a classroom doing these things together. Right now, your home group might be a very, very small group. Or you might have a lot of friends over and you might have a bigger group. Every day at this time, you will take out your small group packet. It will be kind of like opening a Christmas package on Christmas, or maybe a birthday present. But you can only open one for small group every day, no looking ahead. If you can sit around a table, it will be helpful because you can spread out the things you need and have a hard place to write things down. But find a good place that works for you and your family. Did you see the big round circle on the screen with your number on it? What number is it? That's the day of virtual vacation Bible school that we are doing today. Go to your backpack, take out the small group packet with that number on it, the same one you see on the screen. As you look at this slide, you will see two lists of things you're going to need for these activities. One list shows you what is in your packet that you're opening up. The other list are things you need to gather from home. Do you have all those things handy sitting out right now? If not, pause the video, gather them up, and come on right back. Are you ready to go now? What do you think is in your packet? Ta-da! Time for the big reveal. Open up your packet and find out. Your packet has a page of directions for each of the activities. Your parents or the adults helping you have a copy in the parent folder. Adults, please read the instructions to your child or your children and complete the activities. And help them as needed. Now pause on the video while you finish these activities, then turn it back for prayer journal time. Are you ready to go now? What do you think is in your packet? Ta-da! Time for the big reveal. Open up your packet and find out. Your packet has a page of directions for each of the activities. Your parents or the adults helping you have a copy in the parent folder. Adults, please read the instructions to your child or your children and complete the activities. And help them as needed. Now pause on the video while you finish these activities, then turn it back for prayer journal time. Now you're going to need the packet that has your Focus prayer journal in it, 3D glasses, and some instruction pages. There is only one instruction page for every day, so find the one for today. When you are done, you'll want to put all these things back away in the Ziploc container and close it up until tomorrow. You don't want to lose things because you will use this prayer journal and the glasses every day. Talk about the questions on the page for today and write or draw on the correct pages listed in your instructions. Don't forget to put on your 3D glasses so that you can get everything in focus and see everything in that cool journal. And when you finish all the activities in the prayer journal, you can start the video back up again and see what's going on next at Virtual VBS. Now pause the video until you're done with your prayer journal.
Hey everyone, hope you had a great time writing in your journals and reflecting on how we can focus on God. Next up, we have our craft and STEM activities. There are two to choose from. You can either do one or you can even do both if you want to. If you'll pause the video here in a moment, you can get out your craft or STEM activity for the day. Look up here for the number of what day we're on, and then find the packet with that same number, and it will guide you through your craft activity. And then when you're done with that, you can unpause the video and see what else we have for VBS today. Did you have fun with those crafts today? Hopefully it was a chance to take a closer look at God. Next up, we're going to sing a few songs, so stand up on your feet and let's get ready to go.
This the light of my Where's the light? I'm gonna let him shine, let him shine, let him shine, let him shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
This is my faith, this is my focus. All of my days, I know where my hope is. I live it loud, I shout the chorus, because I know, oh, you're always for us. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And keep on looking to you for where I'm going. Knowing you go there too. I'll keep on looking to you. I fix my eyes on you. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. I fix my eyes on you, on you, on you. This is my faith, this is my focus. All of my days, I know where my hope is. I'll live it loud, I shout the chorus, because I know, oh, you're always for us. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And keep on looking to you for where I'm going. Knowing you go there too. I'll keep on looking to you. I'll fix my eyes on you. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. I fix my eyes on you, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Lucy, you gotta come in here. Hi, this is Heather with Lucy and Nehemiah and Malachi. I'm missing you all at VBS this week. Some of you are probably missing the snack that we usually enjoy. Your family might want to try making this snack together. It is called heart-shaped Rice Krispie treats. And you will need a Rice Krispie treat and a heart-shaped cookie cutter or plastic knife. We have a cookie cutter here and a plastic knife here. And if you don't have a Rice Krispie treat, you can make your own with cereal and marshmallow and butter, or you can use something else like cheese or meat and bread if you don't have a Rice Krispie treat or you want to do it for lunch instead of a dessert. So this is what you might end up with when you're done. Go ahead, Malachi, you want to show yours? Show the camera. Pick up your Rice Krispie treat and show the camera. Yep, that one there. So that's what Malachi looks like with the cookie cutter. Maya, you want to show yours? Maya did cheese. He got 2 cheese hearts. And then Lucy used a plastic knife and she got a heart out of hers. Okay guys, you can eat yours if you want. I do. So this snack reminds us that God's greatest commandment is to love God and love others. So what if for the rest of the summer and the coming school year you decided to focus on that one thing? What if you chose to love in every situation in every interaction, at every opportunity? What if you chose to love as your first response? I know your faith would grow, and your willingness to love well could show others just how much God loves them too. Remember,
You can live God by
live for
loving.
God.
You can live for God by loving others.
There you go. So kids, check with your parents before making a snack. Your parents should have a little book with lots of ideas to try, and the directions are printed in the parent folder. Substitute the things you have on hand at home if you need to. See you later.
Hey everyone, what a fun day we've had focusing on what we can see that God has made. Here's a fun question to talk about with each other. What is your favorite thing that God has created? Spend a few moments right now talking about that with each other in your group. Alright everyone, as we wrap up, be sure to put your things back into your VBS bag so that you don't lose them. You may need them for some other fun things that we're going to do tomorrow, like your prayer journal or any craft supplies. Put all of those things back inside your VBS bag and store them in the same place every day so you don't lose them. In your packets, Norma has provided even more ideas of games and crafts and other fun things for you to do that we didn't include in today's video. But maybe you want to keep your VBS experience going today, so there's tons more things that you can do if you want. Have your parents help you out, and there's even more things that you can do today. I hope that we'll see you tomorrow and that we'll look for more ways that we can focus on God together. Have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow.